Hello. Hello and welcome. My name's Jason, and you're watching the Happy Jacks RPG Network. This is session 9 of The Drop. You can check out previous episodes at happyjacks.org/thedrop or happyjacks.org/shows for anything and everything we've ever done here. The game that we're playing, aside from being called The Drop, is using an experimental rule system that is in development for some other projects I'm working on. It's been in several iterations, but it's basically the same thing it was last week at this point. So that's exciting.
So far.
That is exciting.
Yeah. I haven't changed anything since last week, or 2 weeks ago. So, we're getting there. We're finding the plateau. So, everyone's glad that I said it that way.
Did we find the Plat 1 first?
Yes. It was the Plat 0 that was real tricky. Do we have one? Did we not? Was it a 0? Does it count? Michelle,
No, I believe that was the Plat O.
Michelle, can you tell us
There it is.
what has happened? Who are you? What are you doing here?
Who am I? Where am I? Hi, I'm Michelle Otis, and I am playing Cece, mechanic extraordinaire, and, just general person who likes onion rings. I don't know.
This is someone I can relate to and trust with my life. So,
True.
Yep.
Like, I could have a beer with her?
I love you. Don't tell Adam.
Oh, I'm sure he has no idea.
Okay. Nick, what have you done?
Like ever?
Start from the top.
Hey everyone, my name is Nick. I am also playing The Drop, because it would be pretty weird for me if I was not and was still sitting here. Although I suppose if they are super desperate for a producer, then yeah, I could do that. I could just sit here and read a book. But that's not what I'm doing. Today I will be playing a character whose name is Sacha Balabanov, and he is the pilot of this group, and he is also an onion ring aficionado.
Yeah. Joey.
Wow, that was very incredulous. Hi, I'm Joey, and I am playing the Fey Ray of the ring, Max Ego, who is the ring sweetheart, and everybody wants a piece of him, apparently.
That caught me off guard. You said it last time, and I loved it, and I just... Okay.
And he has a secret love for onion rings, but would never be seen eating in public.
Yes. All right. And the darling of our group, Clara.
Hi.
Mike?
I'm here. I'm playing Yrsa, Aven, a boxer. I'm so tired, and I have no idea what's going on anymore. And I need to know if anyone in the comments of our viewers knows Morse code or tap code at this point, just in case any of my messages are not getting to who they need to go to.
Are you going to blink it out?
I blinked SOS like several times in other episodes.
Oh, did you? Oh, I'm only ever listening to it. That's amazing. Oh.
And the international I'm in trouble symbol didn't work.
I think I've done that too.
Do you turn captions on?
I did.
Okay, cool.
I remembered.
So,
I am not here against my free will, though. I just feel like I need to make that very clear.
as a speedy recap, I mean, it is episode 9, so you've come in the middle if this is your first episode, so I'm not going to explain everything. But last time we were at the end of trying to secure Aven's, Yrsa, Aven. All the letters were there in my mind, but they were like, cool, I'm a new word now. Like, no, that's not what I need.
Jason was playing text twists in his head.
Yes.
It's so many vowels.
Yeah.
You mean media control?
Yeah.
Or erotic almond, which was the newest one that I just saw in that whole theme?
And what?
Erotic almond?
Okay. For those of you who don't know, and to completely date this episode, currently we are in the middle of the end of the Delta variant and the beginning of the Omicron variant.
Oh.
And there's this conspiracy theory that's going around about how if you take the letters of Delta and Omicron, it unscrambles to media control or something like that.
Oh, God.
And someone else plugged it into, a lot of people have plugged it into anagram makers. Clara is symboling that she needs some help here. And among them, it also spells out clarinet doom and erotic almond and a ton of other weird ass
I
shit.
only
that's
needed erotic almonds. That's what do people
Isn't that
want from
all-
life?
Isn't that all any of us need is
Yes.
an erotic almond? I think?
Yes.
Well, I need an evil olive because I also like a palindrome.
Yes. All right. Sure. Okay, so last time we were trying to rescue Yrsa's friend Signy, who had been held
Trying?
hostage. Well, in the process,
Okay,
right?
well, we succeeded.
we succeeded.
They
Spoiler
did.
alert.
In the process of that, Max got himself kidnapped.
Okay, but you're missing all the great parts where I stage dive off the stage and crowd surf to an elevator and caused a mini riot. It was a good time.
You mean all the ways that you failed to escape your assailant and
Actually,
got
you
kidnapped?
escaped one of them. There were two. No, just the one? Oh, you fucked up.
Oops, spoiler.
What? I found my grown-up. I said I was in trouble. And it
Yeah.
was their fault I didn't get away.
You know what? This might be on Yrsa.
Kept doing this.
Yeah.
In my defense, I did not expect the ceiling to open up.
Well, bodyguard.
Now I do.
Come
And I
on, Kevin
didn't-
Costner.
I did get him back
All right.
in one piece.
In that process, we took down an anthroform drone, a humanoid-shaped robot that was being remote controlled, it turned out. We are trying to figure out who might have been, whomst might have been controlling it. Sorry, grammar's important to me. So, the person who was holding Signy hostage, Freshwater, turned out to be a very well-regarded bounty hunter, 4.8 on the bounty hunter stars.
Used to be a 5, right?
No, she's working her way up.
Okay.
Yeah. But now she's been downgraded after this public failure has come out. But very charming bounty hunter was interviewed, gave as much information as she could, and her number to Yrsa, who asked for it, in the midst of Hutch crushing on Yrsa, unbeknownst to anyone, under a cavalcade of notice failure rolls.
I am bad at a lot of things.
Yeah, but everybody failed the particular role. I wanted them to see Hutch crushing on Yrsa.
Oh, no.
Oh no, everyone else
all of us
it.
saw it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yrsa's
Except
the only
Yrsa's the
one.
only one who
Okay.
can see it.
That's
You didn't
just
even
as
let
good.
me. I didn't even have to roll to pick that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just as good.
Look, sometimes real life and game overlap. It happens a lot.
So that we had a whole interview scene where we were questioning Freshwater, and then we didn't have. I think we just sort of exited that scene, right? We didn't have any huge follow up to that. We were kind of like, all right, let's wrap this and move on. Something you wanted to note?
You might be getting to it. Never mind.
Oh,
I'm looking at my notes.
what does it say?
No, we decided to pay for Freshwater $1 million.
Oh, I was actually going to ask to confirm because I couldn't remember if you decided to pay her
We're paying her.
as a sort of retainer to not hunt you, and
Yeah, because I was going through legal and drawing up paperwork. And...
Yeah, right. Okay. And also during that time, our mechanic, Cece, was speaking to her family, different family members. Grandma was being very supportive, but also wanting to make sure you'd eaten something today, and
Well, you
you
know,
know. And
she's Grandma.
Did you know about the boy who's working at the
I
like
know-
30-year-old
I know
man
about
that you
the
were
guy
in
who
high
works
school
at
with?
Gas Giant.
And he's single
He's
again.
assistant manager at the Gas Giant.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep. So, all of that was part of that story because you realized that your family was somewhat able, possibly, to get you in touch with the Watchmaker, a underworld figure specifically from the Forge.
We call him Das Watchmaker.
Yeah.
We do now.
Sounds so ominous that
I
way.
know.
Um,
It's like Mentos, Das Freshmacher.
Das Versmachen. German's a beautiful language.
yeah, that's a word. Okay, so anything specifically there that we want to pick up on before I charge ahead with my railroading GMing?
Woo woo.
This is a railroad? Because it feels an awful lot like bumper cars.
Excellent.
I'm like trying to. My paranoid gamer brain is like, what do we need for another underworld meeting at this industrial club? I think is where we're going next. The turnaround. Is no one else?
The turnaround.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, of
Yeah,
course.
you were invited to the turnaround, CC, and you were invited to bring anyone who you trust. So,
I was pretty much voluntold to bring these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all getting a costume change, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
How many? Is
So-
this one of those things where I can't bring weapons?
There is a weapon check,
Okay.
but no scanner. It's a voluntary weapon check when you walk in.
That's fine.
It's the honor system.
It's the honor system.
Yeah.
I love this.
But
for us.
I tell them, please don't mess this up, because if we have weapons on us and they find out, everything gets screwed, including us.
Oh, you mean bad screwed?
Bad screwed.
Okay, right.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Hidden check.
Yeah.
No
Oh.
dinner.
Oh.
No lube.
Oh, I'm full.
Could get banned from Gas Giant.
Oh, oh, serious then.
Yeah, very serious. So,
Yeah.
don't screw this up.
So you're saying don't come as Trey Butch.
Right.
No, there's nothing wrong with coming in disguise.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, disguise is fine. Just
Okay.
Look, come as you are, as you be, as she
I
wants you to be.
Yep.
no.
I was here for it. Right at the beginning, I knew I
was
hope
like,
this is
yes.
where it's going. Yes! I was on that roller coaster from the start. Okay, so similarly, well, not similarly. So everyone goes home to change. I almost called you Trey. Max,
Yeah.
a.k.a. Trey.
Trey.
Sorry.
I just want to say a little thing here at the mostly top of the show. We haven't been in person to get all together with all five of us for 2 weeks, and the energy is right back to where it was when we hadn't been together in like 6 months or a year.
Yeah.
So please bear with us. We will calm down hopefully, but we're just giddy to be in the studio together
Yeah,
right now.
the problem is we like each other in real life, and it's weird. That's a weird spot to be in.
I don't, but you can read it all in my tell-all book that's coming out later.
Oh, I can't wait. That's amazing. All right, so one of the things, Max, when you get back to your place and you're getting changed, you have a message. Now, a lot of your messages are just like auto-filtered for your people to deal
Right.
with, right? But you have one that was pre-flagged. So, like, whoever sent it is someone you, once upon a time, gave the, like, pass-through flag to so that their messages would arrive directly in your inbox. And it pops up, and it's Orbital Entertainment.
Okay.
If Max had been talking to these people a year ago, how much does he remember of that conversation?
I mean, I think it would depend on the context of the conversation. Like, was it, how big of a deal are we talking?
Well, you signed a deal with them,
Oh.
but you haven't spoken to or heard from them in a year.
He might have written something down somewhere at some point.
Okay.
Something.
Okay. Well, it's just an email.
Okay.
So,
You'll open the email.
all right. It has, fortunately, the whole reply chain of your emails and the your agent, like all the agreements that were made. But the body of this email says, Mr. Ego. I love saying that every time, and I just wanted to savor it. Mm-hmm. Mr. Ego. We're so excited to let you know that the launch is nearing, and we have prepared your avatar, and we want to meet with you to go over any additional plans based on our previous agreement, and if you wanted to bring in any collaborators, for instance, on this experience. Since you have been in the news lately, we certainly want to honor all of your arrangements and make space for this to be a big success.
I have no memory of this place.
That's very appropriate, because as you scroll down through the Orbital Entertainment has made a number of video games, mobile games. They are quite big, but more on the side of Supergiant Games, who made Hades and Bastion, like those types of games. They're not an EA or Activision, right? They're whatever. However, they are about to roll out their original, not based on any other IP, fantasy VR MMO RPG, mm-hmm. and it's just called Fantasy, and you have signed a deal to be
Can it be Fantasy SEA, like it's so immersive?
SCA?
SEA?
Oh.
Like fantasy?
Sure, okay, yeah.
That way it's not just generic, the fantasy we have at home, white can, blue bar, fantasy.
Yeah. Well, I think they're also under the impression that they're going to be such a big deal, they can just take over this very common word and, be Kleenex. It's not an underwater adventure game.
How it's blink, 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 blink.
Yeah,
blink,
three
blink, blink.
short, three long.
Okay,
three
just
short.
checking.
But so you have signed on to one, mocap one of the major characters, but two, you will have separate from that your own avatar in the game, which they're going to like level boost for you. But you have agreed to essentially stream a bunch of content with you and some friends doing dungeons and stuff, doing raids.
I should get some friends.
Yeah. And they can provide, they'll provide employees if you need, people to go, but they really want it to be an authentic user experience and, Max Ego and his friends.
Right.
In going through the
Going
most...
cyber.
I'm getting a tiny penis in the picture.
Going back to the body of the email, you realize they're very heavily hinting at the fact that your three friends who are in the news with you would be welcome to join the project.
Right.
Is this why you asked me,
I don't know what you're talking about. You should keep that to yourself. The thing that I don't know what you're talking about.
I have no idea anymore, but I'm upset.
I don't know what that thing is either, and I also am not going to make any comments about it.
So,
And I'm sorry, what was the name of the company?
Orbital Entertainment. They're actually based in 6 system, the one that's closest here. They're a light year away. So this message
Which
came
means
in...
it'll actually be released when they say it is from our point of view.
Yeah. This message came in via a ship that just arrived.
Okay.
Right? So this is not a year ago. This is a month ago.
Good.
But some shipment, when people send stuff in, they will load stuff up on the shipboard computers that are going through a sphere to someplace like this because you guys are out of sync with the rest of galactic society. So for you to reply would take a year. So a lot of their emails, we're assuming this is going forward because we had already made all these agreements, their agent who, they have an agent here on the ring who you can go and meet with, but all of the language here is because this is all settled, we want to make sure that you're happy and comfortable, and you can meet with our agent on the ring and blah blah blah. But they are going to need you, like, within the next week, they want you to come in and...
Okay, so it's something I need to do, like, right now.
No, but it is time to start the make good on your arrangement. So, yeah.
Great. There's going to be a lot of standing around. I'm not... Great, cool. Yeah.
Oh, the other reason they wanted that they actually like the idea of having you do it is that the ring is going to have its own localized spawn of the world, because it can't be in real time with the rest of the 6. So this is like your world, basically.
Now Max is more interested again.
Yeah, that's how they pitched it to you. Like,
I'm gonna be a god.
Sure.
That's what Max heard.
Yep.
Puny god.
Please interpret it that way. This is good for me.
Calm down, lawnmower man.
Yes. Excellent.
Thank
That.
God for these replies. I can have a total recall.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Max will reply back. I'll get right on it. I will send them a message and set up an appointment.
Okay. Great.
Sure.
Yeah, you put your assistant on it. They're going to put everything together and set up an appointment at your earliest
be doing
convenience.
anything important.
No, not at all.
Julie, do the thing.
Okay. This just earliest is
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
What? Oh, I didn't hear anything.
Max has the memory of a goldfish.
That's generous.
Now I feel more like we're on bumper cars on a railroad train. We're in a bumper car arena on a train
I
that's
feel
heading
it's
somewhere
more
else.
like we're on like tubes in like a lazy river. Like
Oh, yeah.
Inner tubes.
inner
Or
tubes.
Like,
and
yeah.
That's
I
what I
think you're
meant.
like in a tube.
No, I meant
like-
like an inner tube.
Yeah.
No, he's not talking about the internet.
Yeah.
And by lazy river, you mean rapids.
Well, I mean, everybody's lazy is different.
Yeah. To each their own.
I think that it probably, and it's one of those ones that kind of splits up, so we have the illusion of choice, but we're all going to the same place regardless.
Yeah, that was about 4 episodes ago on that haunted ship.
Yep.
Wait, we've been dead this whole time?
This whole time.
Choices were made. I will reiterate. Player choices were made.
Just here. I'm just here for the ride.
So, anything especially we should know? Also, for those listening live, we are going to have a slightly abbreviated session tonight. I'm tired. And so we're doing our best, and we love y'all. We really wanted to be here, but we're probably not going to go the full 3 hours. So just F your eye. Yeah, F your
That
eye.
costs extra.
No, but that is actually the abbreviation is F your eye.
Yeah. Because
What?
it's for your information, so F your eye.
F-
Yeah.
why?
FYI.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Y
for
stands for
your.
your.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But if you say the word, it's not really an abbreviation anymore.
Right.
I said some of it. Anyway. All right, viewer, you get to choose. We will either help Clara or Joey.
I'm doomed.
Put your votes in now.
I don't.
Hold on, I'll set up a straw poll.
Type C to help Clara, or don't type anything to help Joey. We'll
Also,
see.
both of you assume Adam would help me over you.
I don't know.
Oh, he would
I
help Clara
do.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clara on that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm kind of flattered and also horrified.
Okay, so Yrsa, is there anything you're doing for this meeting tonight at the turnaround?
Deciding whether or not hiding weapons on my person will ruin everything for everyone.
Probably.
Okay, well, thankfully, I punch real hard.
Yeah, that's true.
So, maybe just a lot of pennies in my pockets.
That's fair.
I mean, if you want that, you could like pick up any mug
Yeah.
from the bar. You know, like there's.
No, I think like a roll.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Although here's
Yeah.
the thing, you're right. everything.
Right, like everything's a weapon if you believe in yourself.
Exactly.
And-
so I'm actually pretty confident in being able to get in.
Yeah, you are
Safely.
professionally an unarmed MMA fighter.
I'm on. I just talk. real
Okay,
stupid.
gotcha. No, just double checking. Because I get complaints that, like, Clara's so quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Part of it is that my face is here and the mic is here.
Oh yeah. Do you have any way to shift your mic kind of our direction a little bit?
I'm gonna try. Hold on.
Mute it first. Yep. Okay. Okay. So Yrsa's going in plain vanilla. Cece, what are your preparations? You head home.
I head home. I start changing. I just want to make sure that everything is right. I don't want to take my weapons, because I don't want to mess anything up.
Okay. So when you get home, you live with your mom and dad?
Yeah, it's like mom, dad, grandma, like everybody lives in one thing.
Well, when you get home, your grandparents are not home. Your parents are. Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I'm going to say 2.
Okay. They're out as well.
Okay.
But when you get home, you have mom and dad sitting at the equivalent of a kitchen table, waiting for you to come in.
The lights are off, you turn them on, and they're sitting
They're
there.
just sitting there.
No, the lights are all on. But when they come home, your mom is like, Cece, oh good. And your dad is like, has clearly been dreading this for the last hour. But you can see, like, kind of out in front of your room, I don't know how you picture your apartment, but like the hallway down to your room, you could see a bunch of like cardboard boxes. And at the table, your mom sets out a key card and says, we have good news. You have your own place.
What?
And it's nearby, but it, we'd been thinking about this for a while, and it's time for you to have your space. Your siblings, they want to spread out as well. They're old enough, they should have their own rooms, and we just thought you should be able to organize yourself the way you want.
What is going on?
Well, it's just, this is a privilege you should have been afforded a long time ago. You work hard and you deserve this.
Why now?
Well, it just, a spot opened up. So we prepped some of your things. I didn't want to pack it all for you because that's confusing. But, just wanted it to be an easy transition. And then we'll come have a housewarming for you, and it'll be great.
Here's your hat. What's your hurry?
Well, no, it's just a spot opened up, and, it's the Forge. It's crowded. There's not always a spot. But we took the opportunity, and we wanted to do this as a gift for you.
I'm not buying it. What else is going on?
Nothing.
Why not move Grandma and Grandpa up there? They've always been wanting their own space.
They say that, and you'd think that, but they didn't ask to.
Why?
The truth is, your grandparents initiated this and secured the spot for you when they heard about it.
Did I do something to get them mad?
No one's mad at you. This was supposed to be a nice thing.
But you've already packed up my stuff?
Well, your little brother wants a room. We're trying to make it easy for you.
This isn't easy. You're not explaining anything, and this makes 0 sense.
So your dad really hasn't said anything yet. Your mom's like trying to do all the explaining, and she like continues to try to like explain it with things that she said already. And your dad like moves his hand, and there's a little like quarter-size spiral-bound notebook under his hand that he just kind of like slides across the table, and it just says, "We'll explain more later."
I'm going to trust my dad because I know
And your mom sees him do that. Like she is like clearly performing at this point. So.
Okay. Thank you.
You know, it was our pleasure to do this for you.
Love you guys.
Love you too, honey.
So I'll move it soon. I have something tonight.
There's no rush.
Okay, thanks. And I walk very confused to my room and continue to change.
The stuff that is packed is just like stuff that was on the ship, like anything that was out and is like easily organized. That kind of stuff is preliminarily packed. All your clothes are in the closet, in the drawers and stuff like that. All of that is still there. So, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna change kind of quick because I just want to see the new place.
Mm-hmm. And like Turnaround is not a like formal place,
right?
You know, it's like nice, like it like you dress up to go there, but not like gowns and tuxedos and stuff. You know what I mean?
But we just came off of that whole thing. I just want to be fresh.
Oh yeah. Get cleaned up, the whole thing.
Okay, so I check out this new place.
Yep. And it actually is not very far away, but you know, I'm picturing the forge as like the stacks, basically, of like there are these frameworks, kind of like not a great movie, but in Ready Player One.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing.
So they're nicer than motorhomes, mobile homes. Motorhomes? Is it the same thing?
Mobile home.
They're
Mobile
different,
home.
but
They're different.
Yeah. Those words just got meshed up in my brain. So it's nicer than that, right? And as you go up, they actually get nicer, right? Because you get more of a view, and you can start to see out across the ring, or well, like around the ring, right? Because you're outside the ring. But you get up and you're at a height where it is allowed to bring a personal vehicle here. You know, like there is a docking ring, like a simple docking ring at your sort of bay window situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I'm like, what the
But there's nothing
hell?
parked out there. But when you come in, you can see the place has been freshly scrubbed. It's got a complete kitchen, right? A full-on like stove oven situation, which not a lot of places have. You know, it's like exaggerated hot plate in most of these. So you have 2 whole bedrooms. Separate from a pretty big, like, entertaining living. There is like kind of living room to like the kitchen, open floor plan, but even that is like a huge open space for what you're used to.
Yeah.
So you know, in the context of Los Angeles, that's not that fancy of an apartment, but it's.
Are you kidding? I'm going to move in there now.
Yeah, I know. But like, it's still not. It's nicer than what a lot of us have, but it's
2-bedroom, nice neighborhood.
Yeah. So and on the kitchen island, let's say, is a basket with not flowers, but like shit that the forge grows. You know, there's like a sheaf of barley and a bottle of fine whiskey and. You know, like a brand new multi-tool. There's like it's like a whole arrangement of shit, right? That is like
it's like a gift basket, but forge style.
Yeah. And in it is there's also a little card. Now, are your grandparents like Jima and Jipa, or like what do you call them?
Probably abuelita and abuelito.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's that abuelito, and it just says with love and their titles,
and nothing else on it on the card. Okay, I mean, this is fantastic. But...
Oh, actually, on the back of the card is as you're looking over, like there's nothing else written on here, and then as you're touching it, you can feel like there's a really subtle embossing on the back. It's almost hard to tell exactly.
So I kind of
what it
like
is.
angle it towards the light to get an idea.
What it looks like is, now this is an unintentional coincidence. Okay, it looks like 3 gears interlocking, which is also on the back of our old Rise mugs. That is not a current Rise logo.
Okay.
Right? It's not at all the reference. I want to be absolutely transparent about that part. All right. But you see, it's this super light embossing of 3 inner-toothed gears.
A lot like a watch.
Maybe.
Do you remember what?
Interesting.
No, please go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
No. I was being a jerk. Go ahead.
I could have said jerk away, but that would have sounded really terrible. Really
We
wrong.
actually can't.
No, that would have sounded
Not
very
again.
wrong. Not again. Yeah, I remember last time.
I said I was sorry. Okay.
And that's when we no longer have Happy Jacks.
Nice.
Now it's just Happy Jacks, well lit.
But you can't go to our Only Jacks page and see.
Only Jacks. Oh, wow. That's so good, my dude. God damn. Even Clara liked it.
All right. I think I'm just going to need time to process this.
Sure. Oh, also, your, whatever your, like, personal mobile device is, says, like, it's ready to link to the security for your apartment.
Okay.
Like the apartment is in pair mode, you
Right.
know, and it's, like, detected that you're the right person to pair
Right.
with.
So I just kind of...
Software update required.
Oy.
Yeah. You have to update to like the latest version of the security software, and
All the way down and then
Yep.
hit the button that says you read the EULA.
yeah.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah. But right away you get a full, it's like green across the board of like the security shutters are ready to slam down at a moment's notice. The second metal door is ready to slam into place. The halon system is ready to flush the oxygen out of the room if you would like to do so.
Would you like to set up security words to enable these actions?
And it is offering, sort of.
Purple monkey dishwasher.
Sure. All right.
That's never gonna go wrong ever.
Done.
I've never seen security systems go wrong, even in this game.
Yep.
Well, it is the future.
Yeah.
Yep.
So was Smart House.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for someone else.
Also, the place has a collection of like basic furniture, right? There's like table with 4 chairs. There is a bed in one of the bedrooms. There's nothing in the other room. It's just
Right.
that big empty room. So, the basics.
She's just thinking, what the hell?
Oh, also mind-blowing closet space. This is like the combined closet space that you and your siblings had together is just yours in this one room.
And, and my thinking is there could have been 3 families living in here. What?
Well, this is pretty high up in the stack.
Okay, 2.
Yeah.
What the hell? Not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, but I'm just gonna, this is weird. This is like, for the Forge, this is max level.
Yeah.
Welcome to the middle.
I've never lived. I've never lived by myself before. I've never known anyone in the Forge who lived by themselves.
Yeah, you didn't go to school with anyone who lived, like, nobody.
Nobody.
It's just inefficient. It's like the mindset of living in the Forge
Yeah.
is efficiency. And also, like, we like each other, right? Like, we
Right.
trust each other. There's safety in numbers. The rest of the ring are thieving bastards, and that's, you look out for each other. And
Not entirely untrue.
I would say there are thieving and there are bastards.
sure.
Some of us
Porque no los
multitask.
dos.
I was gonna say some of us multitask.
Yeah.
There's some overlap in Venn diagram.
But yeah, that's the.
Okay, this is weird, but okay. Yeah, Cece is just floored. She's speechless. She just has no clue. How did she rate? What the hell's going on? She gets an appointment with the watchmaker. What did I do? Okay.
I like that sometimes Jason fucks around for us, and then we get to find out anyway.
I just like giving opportunities and seeing what happens.
I
What
look
do you
in the
do
fridge.
with it?
Pretty sure that's what the serpent said in the Garden of Eden too.
Sure.
Look, plot does not put out things unless they want you to touch it.
Well, that's not me. I'll just shotgun things out, and whatever you pick up, something's gonna happen.
I like Cabin in the Woods.
I was going to say Kevin Wood style GMing.
Shoot.
No object is glowing until you touch it, and then it glows, saying you
Yeah.
should have touched it.
Yeah,
Everything is clickable.
everything is clickable. Oh no.
Also with destructible environment. So, you open up the fridge. There is a bottle of champagne in there with a name that you don't recognize. Well, I don't know. Does CC know about champagne?
No.
Yeah, you don't recognize the name. It's not the one you see in the grocery store here. There's like 2 brands of champagne they sell in the Forge.
Le Pouf. Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds fancy.
You
Sure.
might have heard Max rant about a lapoof.
Yeah.
POUF.
Yes.
Right?
What, it being like overpriced or something?
Yeah, or just being subpar, the Arbor Mist of champagnes.
Well, it is very expensive, and I imagine Max rants because it's so expensive. How dare they charge this
Okay,
much?
I will also take that.
Okay.
That's fine. I wasn't sure where you were
No,
going.
it
so
could,
I
no,
took
no.
a shot.
It could be fine that Max doesn't like it and
yeah.
thinks very lowly of this particular brand of champagne, but it is, like $200 a bottle. Yeah, let's say not 1,000, but it's
Yeah, but significant.
yeah. So
It's Nouveau Riche.
I guess I am nouveau riche.
okay, so you finish acquainting yourself with the arrangement, getting ready. I'm gonna cut over to Sach.
Oh, okay. I will pay attention now and stop
yeah.
talking to people.
Yeah, talk to me. So you have rooms at the Marquis's estate. Mm-hmm. You have the Brosnia.
Yep.
Which I think you were leaving alone for a little while because it was high profile.
Yeah, I think not only had it been involved in the salvage operation, but also in the very high profile
Yes.
rescue operation. So it is currently parked in garage,
Yep.
tarp over it.
Yeah,
sort of
cheat
thing,
over
yeah.
it. Yeah,
Tarp. Space tarp.
Amazing. A sparp.
No.
Everyone's glad that I said that.
I'm incredibly glad. I don't know why that entertained me so much.
I'm glad you said it, but I'm also saying no but.
Sure.
Barp.
So, at your rooms at the estate, then?
Sure.
I imagine this is kind of like a suite with a bedroom and kitchenette and kind of thing. Although you can also just order food from the kitchens and they'll bring it to you. Think like manor. Like the Marquis is one of the wealthiest people on the ring. He is actually more understated than like the Fates. Or the wealthy in the Rise section, things like that. So he's like much more blue collar about it, but is very wealthy, and has just made these resources available to you. So you have this place that's all to yourself. You have security on the room. all that kind of stuff. It is only one bedroom, but what are you going to do?
When eyes are closed, it's as big as palace.
Yes.
This is really cute. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So, what are you doing to get ready? Fancy vac suit?
Yeah. Yes, I'm in my breaching vac suit with a tuxedo
Three
shirt over it.
zippers.
No.
Oh.
3-piece vac suit.
Yeah, imagine I'm having this great image of you putting on the entire vac suit and then going to a tailor and make it fit. And just measuring you as if the vac suit was your body.
Right. I want all the upgrades.
Yeah. But yeah.
But I think also I want to place... now, Cece told us no weapons, right?
Right.
Well, the place checks weapons.
Okay.
So you can bring something and turn it in at the weapon check, like a coat check. It's probably the same
Yeah.
desk.
Is it known exactly what their policy is? Like guns, obviously no. Knives, no. But shockers? Are shockers considered a weapon?
Depends on how you use them.
All right.
If I'd have known it was going to be that kind of party.
I need to revise a lot of my plans now.
Max is good.
Oh,
Turnaround takes on a whole new meaning.
yep. Every single time.
That's okay. Every now and then I get a little
Yeah.
tired.
Yep. Thank you. The policy, yeah, certainly no guns. It's actually a little iffy. They certainly would expect you to turn in a sword, but small knives have you've heard kind of mixed rumors about that.
Okay.
Even that. And so yeah, if you have a stunner or something, they're probably not going to make a big deal about that. But yeah.
Okay.
You're talking about your shock gloves thing? Is that what you had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a stick, but
Yeah.
it was just it's built into the...
Yeah. It probably wouldn't be an issue, but protocol is that you would probably say can I keep these?
Oh, okay.
And
asking if
they would either say yay or nay. And
Right. Or maybe a deactivation code or something.
Yeah. Or a stamp.
Yeah.
Just write an X
It
on
glows,
it.
it glows
Yeah.
in the dark.
Yeah.
I'll tie a string around it so it's peace bonded.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so and this is a nice place, we said. So I probably am not going to go in the breaching suit because that seems rude. That seems basically
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm showing up as if I'm about to be under assault, and that's not the vibe we're going for here.
Yeah. Keep describing and also keep an eye on this.
Okay. That's very good because I was going to say no because I can't touch the cameras under pain of death. But
I'm alive.
But yes. Everyone likes you better than me. This is known. That's
What are we
good. That's
doing?
good. That's good.
What's
Stop.
happening?
Too far?
No,
No,
you're
that's
good.
perfect.
That's perfect. However, if you would turn it a little bit towards Joey, because we're getting a shot of the back of the... there we go. That's good. That's fine for now. Yeah.
What's happening?
It was too
It's
far
full
above
direction.
your heads.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
All of these have just been
Yeah.
I have
We
a-
are we.
I have a notoriously short torso.
Yeah. I'm 80% torso by volume, so
Oh, yeah.
I'm,
No, I got a little
Yeah.
torso and mostly leg.
So I think... So here's what I think that I am dressed as. Sach typically wears a pilot jumpsuit.
sure.
Which is has some armor capability, and I think that's probably what he shows up to have tailored into something nice.
Oh, sure.
It's not just so it's not like the baggy sort of jumpsuit you'd normally see. It is
Yeah.
definitely a jumpsuit, but it's tailored so that it fits well and it looks nice and it's clean and everything, goes on that.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
he normally does wear a sidearm with that, which he will take with the knowledge that he will turn that in
Sure.
And
Well,
then
also, I think for our setting, I don't think we'd really established this before, but we did talk about people can sort of like bundle up and put their mask on and run from building to building. So, but that also means like there's constantly the risk of depressurization, but people don't want to wear vac suits all the time. So there's also a version that's like a skin suit, right? It's like a skin tight thing that you wear under regular clothes, and you could just like pop your mask on from your bag or whatever, and you'd be perfectly safe for a little while in vacuum, right? So that's an option as well for anyone who would like to have it. I'm not saying Sach should,
Sure.
but that was something I was thinking about the other day for the setting. It's
Okay.
pretty common, sort of long johns that you keep you safe.
Okay. So yeah, I think he's making a statement that he's not, that he is a pilot first and foremost, but he's made like the best version of that possible for the meeting.
Okay.
For the environment.
Cool. I like that. And Max, anything particular about your outfit that we should know?
Yeah, of course there is. What are you thinking?
I knew I had to like release the cork on this so, like before we could get anything done.
Sure. So it's an open duster type situation jacket. He's actually trying to do something kind of like Adam Rippon did at the Oscars. Or was it the Oscars when he showed up in like the harness with the tux moment? But instead of a harness, it's like exposed Diplo
You're
vest.
just gonna bring Adam Rippon in here with no warning.
No warning.
Jesus
But no, it's an exposed Diplo vest.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like industrial and like something formal with something kind of
Yeah.
taboo underneath, and he's making a fashion statement.
Sure. But is he doing like a whole like Trey Butch face, or like is that a thing? Does he have a look for that?
No, I mean, he's not. I don't think he's going to go as Trey Butch.
Okay.
I think he's going to go as Max for
Okay.
this.
Great. And Yrsa, I don't know if we covered your prep.
I'm a weapon. I do not need to take anything with me.
Right.
Probably a knife, just because I want to turn something in.
Sure.
And then standard cute Diplo vest look.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not here to stand out.
Yeah.
Not now.
That's great. Okay, well, let's get up in that club.
Ooh.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Can I
That
order a gin and juice?
I need.
One of my favorite things is taking phrases that my students say and repeat them back to them in the worst way possible to make them hate the phrase. And I feel good about my life choices. So, we arrive, kind of like wait to go in together, or what's
Yeah.
the plan? Well,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, they might not get in without you, CC, so,
Oh, I can get in.
okay. Do you want to show up there early and try to get in?
Max doesn't show up anywhere early.
No, I didn't think so.
If anything, you're late anyway.
Fashionably late. I had things to do. I'm ordering you all new computers so you can play this game with me, so you can all be happy.
The guy's called the Watchmaker. I think he wants us to be punctual.
He asked me to be here. I'm sure he knows punctual means 10 minutes late.
We'll go in without you. You can meet us.
Oh,
Your grandma did make a point of not being late, specifically.
Yeah.
Made that point.
5 minutes late.
I show up with him, so I assume
You
I'm
just
also...
drag him there on time?
No.
That actually, that makes, honestly,
Yeah,
it
it
would
makes
not
it-
surprise me if you did that.
What, got you there on time?
Dragged me there to make sure that
Yeah.
I was not out of your sight.
You're like doing
Yeah,
your eyeliner
true.
as we're getting to
Yeah.
the place.
I like that.
Yeah.
And you also told him that it started an hour earlier than it does.
There it
regularly.
is.
Regularly.
There it
Yeah,
is.
look, we're 45 minutes late. It's just how you like.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect. You're 15 minutes
That's
early.
Cuban time, man. Party's starting at 7. You tell them 5.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. So, all right, you get Max to the church on time.
Unkidnapped
Yes.
for now.
Yes. Yeah, it worked out great.
We're fine.
No one's bothered you.
I'm waiting for you to
No.
show up with a backpack for Max to wear. It's a leash.
I'm
Oh, I
Can
thought
I?
that you were going to be at
You
C3PO style. She's just going to carry you around.
Can I revise my prep?
Oh, he is wearing a harness.
She puts a low jack on him.
I'm considering it.
Yeah, have you put a tracker on him?
I've activated Find My Phone on his
Oh, okay.
phone.
He doesn't know that it's turned on.
He does not know it's
Yeah,
linked
okay.
to mine.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe he does. Who knows?
I like it.
Might just not care.
Yeah, you probably don't.
Like, okay, see where I go. Have fun with that.
Oh, yeah, you are a computer programmer.
I am,
Yeah, okay.
Challenge accepted.
yeah. Pretty much.
I love it. Okay, so when you arrive, the place does have like super classy speakeasy vibe. Not a like prohibition recreation or anything, but just the overall energy of it is like they read about prohibition, right? And there are some nods, but it's also a modern, high-end workers club.
So they're
right?
calling it Prohibition, but they're really doing Gatsby.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. That's exactly what it is. It's much more a Gatsby vibe. Yeah, when you enter the kind of ante room, there's like an open, like can be an airlock if it needs to be, right? But you head in there. Well, I guess everything has to have an airlock cycle at some point, but I think this entrance is probably from the pressurized hallway or whatever. There is the check-in desk where they're like, coats and guns, please. What? Oh,
What your tapping is kind of like
I am
my
sorry.
game.
okay.
I was looking around trying to see what the tapping
It was
was.
me. I was very excited.
So yeah, there's this tall, gangly guy behind the desk. Looks like he's probably 7 feet tall.
I have just a standard shitty gun that I brought just to turn in
Sure.
to show that I did.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Is it Doug Jones?
Yeah.
Since we're casting.
Yeah, just
Oh,
Doug
God.
Jones as himself.
Right.
it's just the cameo of Doug Jones
Yeah.
when he's not, so that like
Not
when we later
in
put him
monster
in
makeup?
The,
Yeah.
when we later put him in the monster makeup.
Right,
Like, then
yeah.
we have the.
Friend of the show, Doug Jones.
Love Doug Jones.
I got a hug from him.
I met him once.
I cried
He's
so
a sweet
hard.
guy.
Oh,
He's the
neat.
sweetest guy. He
is
really
the-
is.
That's always nice to hear.
And is genuinely 7 feet tall.
Yeah, and somehow like I feel like he has an extra bone in his fingers or something. Cause,
Yeah,
like,
he's a spider,
yeah,
which
very.
I appreciate.
Anyway,
Um,
I love him so much.
okay, so
Thank you for joining us for the Doug Jones.
yeah. All right, so he takes, and then you said it's like kind of a crappy bad gun.
It's not like a bad gun. It's just like one that it's like a common one.
Oh, okay.
It's like a common little lasery shootery thing.
And you
Okay.
won't feel bad if you don't get it
I
back.
won't feel bad if I don't get it back. It's like it would be the equivalent of like turning in a pocket knife here.
Sure. Yeah. Well, he puts a little like RFID zip tag on the trigger ring, and holds it out for you to scan on your device. You're like, okay, I'm going to put it up here. Anything else?
Yes, and I will unholster my big revolver
Oh yeah, yeah.
and hand her across the table and say, take good care. It belonged to my grandfather and his grandfather before him.
Impressive.
He's not true.
Well,
but he says it with a straight face.
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
like that.
he's impressed by the size of your gun. And goes through the same process, little zip tie, and lets you scan it, and there
Okay.
you go.
A weapon ruining these lines? I don't think so.
Oh, sorry. I didn't recognize you. I'm so sorry. And he, puts the guns back across the counter. He says, wait, I don't know Cece's last name.
I don't think I gave her one. Oh yeah, nobody knows Cece's last name.
Okay, so.
Oh shit.
Then he says,
I don't. But no.
he says, Miss Cece, I apologize. I didn't realize these were your friends. Please excuse me.
I could have brought
And-
more guns.
And
I see.
flicks the zip ties off of the guns and please enjoy.
I could have brought more guns.
Have a great night. And he kind of moves so
I
that his
just
name
totally
tag is
play it off
visible.
them all.
You know?
Thank you,
Yeah. Arvin.
Arvin.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Good night.
Good night.
What was that about?
Like his whole thing
I have
changed.
so much to tell you guys.
It looked like he was going to hit on Sach, and then like
Your phone works.
this
I know,
whole
but
thing.
I didn't want to risk sending anything because the fact that my dad slid me the note, I'm being watched, so I didn't want to, So I might be sliding you guys notes during.
Yeah. Now, the other thing is, though, when you come in here, you can feel that now, like, kind of familiar buzz in the jawbone of the thing that was at the brothel as well, right? That microphone dampener, which is great. You know, it is almost certain that you can't be recorded right now from a distance. It also means you can't really make a phone call, but your devices work, right? I don't think I was super clear about that last time. It's not a jamming signal. It's just a silencer for electronic recording. So you would probably feel pretty comfortable speaking here for whatever that's worth.
Okay, so, and I don't see the watchmaker yet, or anyone who looks like they could
you don't
be.
even know what they look like.
Yeah.
So when you come in, you see there are a bunch of round tables with little faux candles on them near a low stage, like a one-step-up stage with a three-piece band and a standing microphone. So it's probably not even plugged in anything. The singer is mic'd, but like it sure looks great. It's like the stage from The Rocketeer,
Very aesthetic,
just
yeah.
smaller. It's not like a full piece band, but like, it just like embraces that aesthetic, and you can see people sitting at the little tables sharing drinks. It does not seem like the seedy like we're making backroom deals here. It's just an upscale kind of lounge, and then along the walls are a bunch of booths, and in the middle there's a like long rectangular bar that you can walk all the way around, right? So it's just, they're there. There's all the like bottles and glasses and stuff hanging from a ceiling fixture, and there's all kinds of other bottles like in the middle, and then there's like a track around that the bartenders are in, and then the bar is around that. Does that make sense? That description? Yeah, okay. Other than that, yeah, it's like one of the bigger open spaces you've seen in the Forge as well. That it's not everybody's not elbow to elbow, which honestly is not that a big deal for most people from the Forge. But this space has a little bit of elbow room, so.
Okay, so I'm sure they're gonna seat us soon, because I don't know what the watchmaker looks like, but I tell them all about the apartment, and I go, I have no idea what's going on. But you guys are welcome to crash at my place anytime.
Max, your concierge dar is going off.
Good.
But I think it's like confusing at first, and then you realize this person is politely waiting to get Cece's attention.
Ah.
Because I think you were about to go like, yes, I'm ready for you to approach me, and they're not looking at you.
The world's gone mad.
This is what madness feels like.
And I don't have that kind of...
Yeah, I wasn't even
Radar,
going to
yeah.
have you roll. Like, sorry, Cece.
No.
It is a very, very kind offer. We should have party.
That would be fun.
I'm going to look at Cece and then look, like, kind of get her to look at them. I'm trying to keep it low in case you are being bugged, even if someone's here listening in, like...
Right.
Because you expressed that, and Max is trying to be cool and trying to, Also, he's very confused.
So am I. Okay, so I turn and I look at the concierge guy, and...
Yeah. They are, if anyone's seen the live action Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I haven't seen the live action one yet.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm still getting through the anime.
There's this person, I can't even remember if they used their pronouns, but the major domo of Anna's bar is waiting there, has kind of like slick, short blonde finger waves, and is in a like half suit, half dress a la Billy Porter style, but somehow making it look period to like prohibition, like somehow made it work, right? And when they see you acknowledge them, they move very smoothly over, not rushing, not hectic. And they say, well, Miss Cece, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I have your VIP section ready for you. And please let me know if there's anything I can do for you and your friends. We have the basics laid out for you, obviously, but if there's anything we can do to make this evening more comfortable, please don't hesitate to let me know. And they scan a little contact button for you to, accept on your device that will not call them, but alert them that you need something.
Thank you. I'm trying to be as cool as possible, but inside I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Max is behind him, looking at you, just.
Well, I like that. Okay, that's cool.
Thank you. And so...
Oh, right this way, please. And they lead the way to, the wall kind of unseals for a moment. There's a door that you wouldn't have noticed there was a door in the wall. And when you go in, from the inside, it's like the wall is transparent. You can see the rest of the lounge, the club.
Cool.
But from in here, and it's not like reverse glass. It's just transparent somehow, right? And... but in here, it's really upscale, private karaoke kind of thing. There's very comfortable seating. Yeah, it's not even bench seating, right? It's there are comfortable chairs and half a booth. It's all made to look kind of haphazard. Oh, we just threw this together. It's nothing. But there is also a big round table in the middle with the basics, which is this massive charcuterie, fresh fruit and vegetables, not bottled water, bottle in a carafe, right? There's water in a carafe, and a bunch of drinks, and also just very subtle little symbols on the table of specific drinks. You could just tap that and somebody would probably bring it to you. Max, you know what this is. You've seen this before. That's exactly how the arrangement is supposed to work.
Of course.
Very subtle. There's a little dot for any kind of mixed drink you could think of, and then also just if you wanted this tequila, you could just request. So, the major domo just doesn't literally bow, but kind of dips their head, and don't hesitate to let us know if there's anything you need. Thank you. And lets the door close on their way out, and it seals up, and you just have this floor to ceiling glass view of the lounge, and you're here with your friends.
So, you have had a come up?
Very suddenly. It was really weird. And I know we can't be bugged in here, but I think my parents' place was bugged.
I don't mean any offense when I say this, but why would they want to bug your parents?
I don't know!
This doesn't have anything to do with the recent fact that we've all just made a shit ton of money.
No,
you would expect maybe 50% of this vibe.
Yeah.
Certainly anyone in the Forge knows who CC is, but this is a lot.
This is a lot. I didn't know the Forge had places like this.
I didn't know the Forge had places like this.
Yep.
And I've lived here my whole life.
Also, there's fresh food on the table, and I don't think Yrsa ever got to eat any of the stuff that we've been able to eat this entire game.
Yeah. There's these bright red wedges of watermelon.
Yeah, already going for fruit.
Grapes,
hell yes.
Yeah, I may have never had grapes. I don't know.
Yeah, or there's not good ones.
Yeah.
Raisins. Raisins are grapes,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
What? No.
But fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to help myself to all of that.
Yeah.
Well, drink.
Oh, yeah, Max is already at the thing ordering a vodka stinger.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Moscow Mule.
Surprise me.
I'm going to get her a strawberry daiquiri.
All right.
All
yeah.
right.
Aww.
Not a hickory daiquiri, Doc?
Oh boy.
Oh. Boo. Boo. Burns.
The problem is, I think I liked it, and that's what I'm mad about. Yep, I have analyzed my persona, and I'm mad that I liked it. Yeah, thank you for that. Yrsa, drinking?
No.
Okay. So I'm gonna just launch us forward half an hour or
Yeah.
so. You've shot the shit. Your drinks have come and gone. Maybe on to drink 2 or 3.
I've been trying to convince Yrsa to have a drink,
Okay, I mean just one.
and have even gone down to the list where there is something that is like the alcoholic equivalent of LaCroix.
I mean, yeah, hard seltzer.
Yeah. Yep.
Or even something that's not even that alcoholic, but just has like the faint taste of
A
something.
beverage that read about alcohol
Yes.
in a book.
If Sach insists, Yrsa will order a whiskey neat.
Okay.
She doesn't like to drink when Max has been kidnapped repeatedly.
Understand.
That has not happened for
hours.
like
12 hours.
3-4 hours.
When did she develop that general preference?
There's no elevators here.
Oh my god.
That we
there
know
is a
of.
roof.
There's a ceiling.
Door was hidden. Maybe elevator hidden.
She's maybe allowed Sach to order her a whiskey, and then it just sits there while she watches everyone else.
Uh-huh.
That's fine. He's probably not paying enough attention to see whether you're actually drinking it.
Yeah.
At about the half-hour mark is when the person coming on stage comes out to perform. And the interesting thing about this place is it seems like they're not actually mic'd up. Like the singer has a little bit of amplification, but all the instruments are just allowed to play. But the acoustics of the room are phenomenal. And it's just coming through. Now, you have to turn on a like pass-through speaker in this room to be able to hear it clearly. But as soon as you do, you realize like this is just an acoustically perfect room to allow this sound. Yeah. Well, not your lounge, but
I
like
see.
the bar as a total doesn't need amplification for the instruments, and apparently they didn't want it. So,
If you're the super craftsman of the station, why not show that off?
measure twice, cut once. Interestingly, I think the singer is somebody you went to school with. Because that's the kind of coincidence that is like, sounds like such bullshit, but actually happens in real life.
Oh, yeah.
I think you were even in the same class.
I know her.
You know?
I know her. Yeah, I went to school with her.
Wow.
Yeah, she used to always just kind of sing little songs. I didn't know she had a voice like this.
This is incredible. You have to introduce us.
Oh yeah, I will. That's just amazing.
Max, I think you recognize her name.
Oh, do I? Okay.
Yeah. She's one of the top performers on the ring, but not in. She doesn't go to Tivoli very often, so she's like one of those top indie performers.
Got you.
You know, she's one of those.
Right. Good for her.
Yeah. And I'm explaining. Like the point of view Max would have
Okay,
access to.
sure.
Right. She is actually popular.
Right.
But not in a way that Max would recognize, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She cute?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. How about
So I'm just while you're thinking of that. So it's been determined, I think, that you're drinking whiskey zero. It tastes like whiskey, looks like whiskey, but with zero alcohol.
Sure.
that sounds unpleasant.
That sounds really unpleasant. It's not that she doesn't want to drink, it's that she doesn't want to drink after the week they've had.
Yeah.
Understood.
No, she wants to stay alert.
But I think
Yeah.
after the week we've had, what better time to have a drink?
Yeah, that's true too.
Since you asked, Clara, feel free to cast the singer.
Oh man.
Can I offer you Zoe Saldana in this
Yes,
trying
I
time?
will take Zoe Saldana in this trying
So
time.
that was an easy pick. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Or-
Feel free.
Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz. Because I think we had a Zoe Saldana already.
Maybe.
Wasn't that?
Zazie Beetz.
I think she was in something. Well, anyway, it's not like our casting is ironclad.
Yeah. Look, you know where we're going with this.
Yeah.
All friends of the show, by the way.
Yes,
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. let's just go. Let's call it Zoe Kravitz
Yeah.
and go with it. Yeah, but it's Cece's maybe not personal friend, but like you certainly knew each other very well,
Yeah.
right?
Which, by the way, just into this thing, my sister did go to school with Zoe Kravitz.
Oh, really?
How funny.
legit
That's
what we're
funny.
talking about.
See?
Yes.
See, it's not that wild a pull.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about half an hour in. She has started her set. She's with let's see, what would that be, like a drum set and a
Upright bass.
Rhythm,
Yeah, upright
rhythm
bass.
section. Yeah, upright bass.
I almost
drum
said
and a
cello,
piano.
Maybe
thinking
like an-
upright bass, like that's
No,
not a fucking
upright
cello.
bass, drums, and piano.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
rhythm
yeah.
section.
Yeah.
Oh, and a horn? I feel like there's
That's-
got to be a horn player.
It's if it's going to be like a real jazzy,
Yeah.
jazzy set.
Yeah.
That's like a specific
It's maybe
vibe.
somebody they bring in from time to
Okay.
time, but yeah, we'll have the standard 3-piece backup, and yeah, she's well received. You remember, like, oh yeah, she got big. Like I remember, like that she's famous. Like, I mean, Forge famous, but
Yeah.
it's
So Jewel.
wow.
Wow, savage.
Okay.
Moving on.
Yep. What's happening in the ensuing time here?
I'm just like wondering,
So I'm
when's the watchmaker getting here?
so I'm curious, CC. I could see a version of CC being too nervous to drink her drink, or being so nervous that she maybe has 3 or 4 without realizing it. How do you picture that? Or maybe she's not that nervous. She's just like
I think
waiting to
she's-
get to the good
she's-
part.
Yeah, she's just waiting. Like, I think she's nervous enough that she knows she doesn't want to be drunk, but
Yeah. Okay.
she did enjoy the first daiquiri,
Yeah.
so she's just going to kind of mellow out the rest of the time. But
Did you
she'd
come
never
up with
had
flavors.
one. I'll have to try them another
Banana
time.
daiquiri.
What better time than now? You will not have a better one,
Oh,
I'm sure.
And by the way, there were like
I don't know why he sounded French there for a
Mold.
moment, but
there were like chunks of strawberry in it. Like
Wow.
they had mashed up. What's that called? Not
Macerated.
mulling, macerated. Yeah, there were like macerated strawberry in it.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I know enough to know I should keep my wits about me because this is a big deal.
Totally fair. I just want to let you make that decision as a player. So
I think Max waits for a lull in the conversation to drop in. Guess what? We're going to be stream famous. And then explains that whole process of what's going on there.
Do you play video games?
stream famous?
What are you talking about?
Okay, so I play video games and they pay me. Stream famous, it's going to be like we're being famous in person, but on a computer. And doing things for people's entertainment.
weird.
I don't understand.
I don't know that your contracts allow you to be famous on the computer like that.
I'm pretty sure they do, because there was a contract involved
Okay.
that they let me sign.
And your clothes stay on, right? I mean, they don't have to, but I'm just curious now.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Okay.
I guess.
No shame, just making sure I know.
I
you're
can't
good.
speak for the Avatar.
I just want to know what you signed us up for.
Like,
I think you're gonna have to explain more, Max.
yeah, what?
Okay, so it's like being on a holovid, but we're doing things live, but on a video game.
I'm getting this really great vibe of Max explaining video games to people who maybe already play video games.
Yes.
Like somebody who doesn't play video games accidentally video game splaining.
Right.
It's like I understand, but why would you watch someone else play game on a stream?
This got very meta very quickly.
I
that
had
not
to
your
take it
intention?
there. I
Yeah.
had to take it there.
Does it matter? They're watching. So then we do it so we become famous and make more money.
But if you do bad on game, they're watching. Like
yeah.
when I do bad on game, I get mad. I throw controller.
Okay, well, I wouldn't throw these controllers. They cost about, about $1,000 a set. So maybe don't throw these ones.
But if they see me do bad. I don't know. I don't want the people to see me do it. Can I cut?
Well,
can
then
I
you
cut
can go
stream?
viral.
People love
Cut
that.
stream.
You could go viral doing something bad.
Viral is bad.
Okay, there is some common language in
Yes,
this
I
world.
know. I'm sorry. I just had to.
Come on, Boris.
Also, early on, I established our universal translators.
Right,
that,
But
yeah.
but viral for bad is still bad.
No, viral for bad can be good.
Sach has just another confused look on his face and orders another drink. Sach is not sloppy, but he has definitely been indulging this wonderful bar
Yeah.
and associated drinks.
As the conversation between them is going, Yrsa just sort of like behind Max sort of goes to, at this point I just nod. Just nod.
Does Yrsa play video games?
No.
Okay. Does Cece play video games?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Just nod.
Cece's like a secret, like, Call of Duty, just murderer. Yeah.
I think at one point
Boom,
Yrsa and
headshot.
Cece tried to play whatever the equivalent of Portal was.
Yeah.
And Yrsa, the explanation of how to look around was a little hard for Yrsa in game. She's like just a very physical person,
Yeah.
so the idea of like thumb movement
Ugh.
equaling face movement is
Yeah.
really hard for
So,
her.
so maybe a VR setup will
A
be
VR
a
setup
better,
would be
yeah,
great.
more natural.
It's gonna
Cece's like headshot noob.
I love
yeah,
it.
it's like having
I was
a
not
HUD,
ready.
but not what's actually
Spawn
in front
camper.
of you.
Yeah, no, yeah,
It's gonna be great.
no.
It's gonna be great.
Ah,
Yeah.
you signed us
They
up
are
to
also
do
going to
that.
pay your friends, up to 6 friends, $10,000 per appearance.
So there is that.
We have a lot of money.
Well, you
We
just spent
could
$1 million
have
bucks.
more.
Yeah, we did just spend $1 million.
We did just spend $1 million.
And I mean, Cece has to furnish her new apartment.
That's true.
Did
Are you
make
going to deny
pictures of the
Cece the
apartment?
ability to furnish her own
course.
apartment?
No.
Okay.
I'm all showing Sach.
Oh, full size kitchen.
Yes.
Max kind of looks over his shoulder.
You have to
so
see
is that
full size kitchen.
is that just like the foyer?
That's the living room, Max.
We've seen where you live.
Oh, right. That's lovely.
That's so good for you.
Bless your heart.
Cece's putting her phone away.
And flipping
And
Max off.
flipping backs off.
Isn't that lovely? It's a lovely apartment. It's just a lovely apartment.
That's great. I love it.
Just lovely.
It's just lovely.
Now one thing, Max, do you have a docking ring at your place?
I don't think I do, but I also don't think that I necessarily need one because it would ruin the aesthetic.
You've told yourself that you don't need one and don't even want one,
I mean,
really.
it would block the view.
Yeah?
I mean, it's so excessive, you know.
Yeah.
Like, even if I had the money to have one,
Yeah, why, I wouldn't even get one.
Sorry, my iPad died, and also just watching you flounder is delightful.
Look, what's the point of getting deliveries if they don't have to actually deliver them to me? If they can just pull up at the spaceport, that's.
I love it. Okay.
It's a house, not a port.
Yeah, who would want to just conveniently park their flyer at their front door?
Are you kidding? It would be wonderful.
No, because then no one gets to see you come down the elevator into the grand foyer of the hotel and get your car valet. Like, there's a
Yes,
whole...
exactly.
So, a little yellow light comes on the table, indicating that the Majordomo would like to enter, and for some reason.
Yrsa audibly exhales out of relief.
So, do we press the light? Okay.
Is your
I press
party.
the light.
The door slides open. The Majordomo, who never gave you their name, by the way, they're assume you don't need to be bothered with that. So they step in. They say, "I'm so sorry to interrupt. However,
No, it's good. Come. Do you want drink?
thank you. I can't right now, but
I'm playing low social.
our host has asked me to come down and invite you to the meeting that you had arranged."
Okay, thank you. And so, let's go.
All right.
We're not meeting in here.
Oh, no. I'm sorry for the confusion.
All right.
Max will finish his vodka stinger. Third vodka stinger.
I grab one more grape and pop it in my mouth.
Sach has his mule mug as walking out with it.
Bless. I love Sach so much. He's the sweetest boy.
I think it gets, like, the mug gets an eyebrow from the major domo, and like, artfully done eyebrow.
Sach is oblivious.
Yeah, and like, it's for the camera.
Right.
Of like, I can't say anything about that because reasons. This is like a whole internal situation here. But they take you over to a bank of elevators, which then has, it's a secret door, but done to be like a flashy secret door, right? Like, a panel of wall with a painting on it slides out of the way, and there's another elevator door behind that one that, you
It
know.
needs to load, but they don't want to make it look like you have to that it's loading.
Yeah.
So they give you a really cool animation instead.
Yeah, exactly that. So it is not, it's like an open secret, right? That like, oh, there's a secret door behind here.
Did we have to flip a bust up and press a button to make the thing slide?
No, it just slid across.
So you're saying it's a sweet 33, is what you're saying?
Yes. So the four of you head into the elevator. The major domo says, I will be at your service when you return. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. And like, quickly glances to the others in the group, but primarily maintains CC's eye contact and says, this was lovely. We were so happy to have you with us tonight, and we look forward to next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is this what it's like to the rest of you when I go out somewhere?
Yes.
Weird.
Do I tip?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. And the elevator door closes, and you whisk up to the upper levels of this building, which, now this building I don't think was ever a spaceship. You know, like a lot of the places on the ring are like, ship parked, didn't leave, bolt to surface. This, I think, was an actual, this is one of the Forge's jewels, right, is this particular tower. And you go a little bit further up on the elevator, and you actually get this kind of two sides are clear, and you can just see out, sort of Willy Wonka style. It's not flying through the air, it's on rails. It's on a magnetic induction thing again, but
the Forge isn't my home, so I want to ask the two of you, but I'm almost picturing that like each level of this tower is done in a different architectural style, so it's just showing off each level of skill of what it is.
Anything you can do, we can do, taller.
Right. I mean, if that's okay, I don't know if that's too gaudy or
No.
anything like that, but
No,
that's just
I
what
like
I'm
that.
picturing.
Yeah, I like it.
And this elevator goes all the way to the top, which I don't think, as you're like, oh wow, this is a great view. I wonder what floor we're going to. And then you're still going up and still going up. I would say, I'm trying to think what a tall building here would be. Maybe like 100 stories, something like that.
That's tall.
Yeah. Yeah. It's such that like you're noticing the difference in gravity again. Like at the highest point in the brothel, you were getting a little bit of that, but it's actually like the gravity is maybe like 80%. Right? It's significantly less that you would notice. Like, ooh, just a little bouncy. Like, okay.
Any further, and I will wish for magnetic boots.
All right. So the elevator opens on the outside of a fancy office. Right. There's like a big double door, and there's a desk off to your left as you come out of the elevator of what is obviously somebody's assistant. Right. And the assistant stands up, and Cece, it is your younger brother. Hi.
Hi.
It's complicated. Do these folks know who your siblings are?
I don't know that they
Do you two know each other?
Cece, I know you haven't been, like, rich or famous for a long time. You can't just talk to people's assistants like that.
This is my brother, guys.
Hi.
Gerald. Meet everybody. I'm sure you know everyone's
I'm
names.
going by Jerry now, and you know that.
Jerry, it's good to meet.
How old is he?
He's like 19, 20.
Right.
Wait. You're Cece is
She's the youngest of us.
She's like 21
21
or
or
20.
something?
She's
20 on the thing.
But you're the oldest of your siblings.
Yeah, so
Okay,
he's,
well,
like
he's like
19.
18.
18.
Yeah, hard to tell, but he's like late teens.
What's up?
Hey. Oh, right. So, I'm supposed to just send you right in.
How long have you worked here, Jerry?
Well, it's been about 18 months. And so, Cece, about 18 months ago, Jerry got caught stealing something from, like, I don't know where, he was working somewhere after school and, you know, was stealing some nos or something to give to his friends or something like that.
Yeah.
But you remember thinking, like, he got off pretty easy. Like, he never had to, like, go into detention or anything, like forged detention, not school detention, like never had to do any community service,
Nothing.
which was weird.
Yeah.
And then the family just stopped talking about it.
And he's got a cush job now.
Kinda.
Interesting. Okay. Do you like it?
Well, it's a lot of responsibility, but I'm going to rise to the occasion. You know, that, like Grandma always says.
Yeah. I'm looking at him like I've never seen him before in my life. This.
Yeah.
I know we are related.
But that is a thing your grandma always says. And,
Yeah.
and it's like kind of a middle finger to Rise the corporation,
Right.
But like Rise to the situation is like kind of inside family joke and also FU corporation,
Right.
That kind of thing. So.
Okay. We'll talk later.
Yeah. Yep. Nice to meet all of you, Mr. Ego. And he just clicks something on the desk, and the door silently, like just the tiniest little click noise as they flow open. And
It's good to meet you, Jerry.
Yeah, it's good to meet you, Jerry.
cool. She's like lost the conversational plot of how to like be a human being. But you walk in and there's this like classic, kind of long office with great big windows on the other side. Big old, but it's probably not real mahogany, but it looks like a mahogany desk with the two stuffed chairs that are facing the desk and the rotating chair that is like facing away.
Of course.
Yeah. As you come in, there are kind of more seats off to the left where, presumably, if you were having a staff meeting or something, some of your higher ups could gather in this space. Over on the right is a wet bar and some other, stuff. You can see there's a side door that is probably, like small apartments, like the kind of shower and stuff that an executive office would have. But yeah, you walk into the room. We have this very dramatic, view, and the chair turns around, and your grandmother stands up. And doesn't seem to have any of the limp that you've seen her have. She just turns the chair around and stands up and says, "Cece, I'm so glad you could make it. Did they take care of you okay downstairs?"
Yes, they did, Abuelita. What? Hi?
Well,
Thank you for the apartment.
it seemed only appropriate for somebody stepping into the realm that you're entering. You understand the kind of power that your funds can command.
I'm beginning to.
I am thinking you didn't get the message. Can you open your inbox for me, please? She just wants you to look at your device, right? Right.
For listeners, I just want to let you know we all have like this looks of shock and utter enjoyment for this reveal.
So I pull it up.
So, maybe in one of your filters, there should be a legal document.
Okay, and I pull it up.
Sure. So in there you find like, oh yeah, this definitely would have gone straight to spam. It looks like legal bullshit.
Right.
But it actually has something about a great uncle having passed away and a significant amount of funds that you've inherited and that you were specifically named. And you're like, I guess I kind of remember this guy. Like maybe when you were 5, but at that time you were probably, well, if you were 5, you had siblings already too, but you were the favorite niece, and apparently when he passed away a couple months ago, you were the primary beneficiary. And there's a significant amount of money waiting for you to agree to the transfer. And anyway, your grandmother follows up. Oh, by the way, if you want to cast your grandmother, that's up to you as well. Feel free.
Oh, it's got to be Rita Moreno.
I was thinking
It's
Rita
gotta be Rita
Moreno.
Moreno.
Thank you. Yes. She says, so, some things you should be aware of. Not all of his money was come by completely honestly. As you know, and she kind of just looks at the rest of you like, welcome to the party. Like, it doesn't literally say that, but like, I'm about to say some things that you now have heard. And
Max is going to kind of give a look of like, this isn't my first time at the rodeo. You're good.
so
I knew it.
it became, well, it's necessary to bring you into the family business.
The mechanic shop?
Well, not exactly. Not
The
exactly.
mechanic.
I have had occasion to create various opportunities that our family has benefited from. Is this your mom's mom or your dad's mom?
My mom's mom.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Okay. And your mom did not want me to have you be directly part of this. When it came to having your brother avoid jail time, she was more open to that. But now it's unavoidable. And she doesn't like that I've made this decision. I'm sorry to have put you in that position, but there's no way around it. In some circles, I'm called the watchmaker.
My eyes just go like really big, like holy shnikey.
Now, do people outside of the forge know about the watchmaker at all?
Kind of as like a thing the Forge made up to sound cool. Like, because it's too cool to be real, right? Like,
It's a myth.
yeah. I don't think he exists.
Max has a, that's nice. Like,
Okay.
But in his, like, sure, Jan.
I like it. Okay. A little bit of incredulity. What's Yrsa's mind?
Pretty. Mind is like, cool. I'm gonna take in all of this information and we'll sort it out later. Why are we here again? Like,
You are a watchmaker? That is so cool! I thought you were just a boogeyman.
Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm, young man. Thank you. When you reached out to see if we could put you in touch with the watchmaker, it coincided with your great uncle's passing. May he rest in peace. And the coincidence seemed too compelling. And I told your mother I wanted to bring you in and have a conversation about it. She disagreed. But I do what I want. So
Oh,
there's
okay.
that. Now, you wanted to know something about certain people moving around the ring. What was it exactly you needed to know?
Let me think.
Let me review my RPG notes.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I was originally going to ask. Let's see. It
My
was.
iPad
Did you
died, that's why.
did you really kill 3 assassins like they showed in Tick Tick Time to Die? Sorry, I had to think of that on the fly. It did not go well.
I like it.
I was a big fan. It was a great movie.
Oh, yeah, I think it was who put out the bounty.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you ask that, and she kind of raises an eyebrow and says, I'd rather not comment on that. So, the bounty board, as you know, is completely anonymous.
Of course.
And there's certainly no way that somebody would know that somebody in particular, she does.
Yeah.
She like slides across a little data crystal and just leaves it on the desk. There's just no way that somebody could responsibly get a hold of that information. It might destabilize the entire bounty economy.
I completely understand, and I take the data chip and put it in my pocket.
Good. I'm glad we understand each other.
I appreciate you trying.
Now, I also want to make sure you understand the position that I've put you in. You know certain things. And I'm sorry I didn't have a more delicate way to communicate this. But I am happy to help you out. I want to do this for you. I've wanted to do this for you for years. And only now are we both in a position where I could defy your mother and approach you about it. Again,
She is formidable.
I am sorry about this complication that gives you. However, we're in a position where we can help each other. And frankly, I like being able to work with someone I know I can trust. That is so rare.
Of course
In
you
this
can trust
business.
me.
And I think, too, Cece, you're maybe having this whole thing of, like, all the rumors about the watchmaker of, like, you know, running illicit booze and, like, stealing, genetically engineered hops from Rise, or, like, all of the stories that you've heard through your life of, like, the shit that the watchmaker and his group, and they specifically say he, all the time, and you're realizing, like,
Killed 3 assassins with leather opener in a crimson clockwork. We're gonna go back and fix that in post.
Okay, great. Who knows how much of it's true exactly?
Yeah.
But there is certainly a like smuggler resource ring that is. There's also rumor that the entire like commissary network is kind of like a fencing rig for the clockmaker to put things through. And I think we established you have some family in or you know somebody in the commissary.
Yeah, I know the guy that my grandmother's trying to set me up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That's
so
great.
happy.
But now it's making sense to me why Madeline was like a little afraid of me, and I didn't know
like
why.
about to shit herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
So
okay.
she must have had a guess at least. Probably nobody knows for sure who the watchmaker is.
Right.
But people have some guess, or they at least know like you're connected in some way.
Right.
So all of Cece's criminal connections come home to roost.
Yeah.
So
Also
this is why.
Good.
Who would believe Madeline?
Yeah, exactly.
And who would
She's
think
mad.
of Cece as like being part of a major crime family?
Yeah.
Even Cece doesn't believe it.
Right?
Pinch, pinch.
And, for the record, even, like, your grandmother lives with you in your family apartment. And, like, even in the apartment, it, like, moves around with a little bit of difficulty. She doesn't take a cane with her everywhere, but, like, has a little bit of a limp because she hurt her hip that one time, and it's just never fully healed.
She's
And
prestiging you.
She's got acting skills that rival Max Egos.
yeah,
Let's not go that far.
but
Did you see his Richard III?
but then there are also lots of little things where you remember, like, kind of going to the store with Grandma, and at one spot the grocer just hands her an extra orange, and in another place the tune-up, she has to pay for the tune-up, but then there's some the oil change part was free. They're just little things that you're like, oh, did they forget, or did...
And
well.
to me, it's like, oh, she just knows their family.
Yeah.
They're being nice.
Yeah. It's a whole the corkboard at the end of The Usual Suspects, Skokie, Illinois.
Holy crap!
Yeah. I don't know how dramatic you want to get with that, but and versus this woman who walks around the desk and kind of sits on the edge of it, just looks very physically comfortable and moves easily, and it's certainly in her 60s, but well, of course we said people live a lot longer in this,
Yeah.
people live to 150 or so, she's probably 90,
Okay.
right? And your great uncle was probably only 120, but he lived a hard life.
He lived a hard life.
Yeah.
He died young.
Yep. So
This is a lot to take in.
I can imagine. I'm sorry to have to... I didn't have any way to ease you in, but you're in a difficult position now, and you're under a lot of scrutiny. And so the only way I could see to do it was rip the Band-Aid off in one motion.
You always did do that.
Well, it's for the best, isn't it?
I guess so. What do you...
We have to rise to the occasion, don't we?
I just laugh. I go, yeah, we do. So, what do you need me to do?
I need you to just be available. If we have questions or we need to meet a high-profile customer, if we need to acquire something, it's someplace that's hard to get into, you will have access and availability and the ability to go places that the rest of us might be noticed or seen as out of place. And
Okay.
but this isn't just I don't want to just take advantage of you because of your new success. This is your fame and your success, and I don't want to take you away from that, but I think we can help each other. And all I'm saying is I'm here for you, and maybe this can be mutual. I'm not going to make you do anything, and I hope you don't spill the beans.
I won't make you do anything you don't want
Right.
to, but
I just want you to choose the right thing.
of course, abuelita. Of course. I love you.
I know. And I love you too. So, I'm fairly certain that there won't be any new bounties out on you or your friends, but you may. Well, it's certainly worth being careful, since somebody was willing to put a bounty at somebody. We may never know who. Mm-hmm. But for now, that's all I wanted to do, was pass on that welcome to the family business, and
So, about us. You specifically requested we are here, now we know secret as well.
yes.
And that is okay? And Sach, looks around, makes sure there's no tarp underneath in the office.
No drain in the floor.
That's right.
What she looks at UCC. She's like, "Is it okay?"
They could keep a secret.
I thought they might if they're your friends, and I thought this would be easier, so that your friends would all be able to hear the same thing you're hearing, and not have that extra layer of secrecy. I trust you, and I trust your judgment. But, of course, if you ever have a problem come up, your abuelita is here to help you.
Thank you.
She may have just low-keyed offered to assassinate anybody.
Yep.
else.
Oh, yeah, totally. We all got that.
All right.
I like making
both,
the subtext text.
I both adore my grandmother right now, and I'm terrified of her right now.
That feels like a normal human response
Yeah.
to this
Yeah.
situation.
Now we know Cece's last name is Corleone.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. It was Capone in chat.
Very good.
I will allow you this once to ask me about my business.
She's what? Do you have any questions for me before you go? Like, just sort of, you can ask some questions, but she's kind of
Just advice.
Of course.
I mean, you know, the bounty that was out on us, there was a reason for it.
Yes.
What would you suggest we do about that reason?
Well, you're not going to stop being famous anytime soon. And whoever...
Max did a silent thank God.
Whoever was willing to put that bounty on you was willing to do so on a massively high-profile target. And she, just glances at Max. That's a risky thing for a bounty client to put out there. It's less risky for the bounty hunters. They have their arrangements, and it's, most of the places around the ring accept those arrangements. But somebody was so unhappy with what you were doing, and I believe, and then she recites verbatim something that Freshwater had said about wanting access to the data that had been downloaded and hidden. So I don't remember exactly what I said last time, but she recites verbatim the thing Freshwater said in the interview room when you asked her what was the purpose of the bounty, what was that all about? Because really, she had been trying to get that data crystal, right? Was holding Signy hostage, but that was the goal of the bounty, right, as a reminder. And so also the fact that she was able to repeat that to you, and it means she at least read the bounty and has access to the bounty board, which maybe isn't that surprising at this point, but that information is going to be very valuable. And the people who deserve their privacy are going to be threatened by this. Not that they would be the ones to threaten you, but they are in danger. And frankly, if I have the opportunity to help them, I hope you'll let me know. Because I think people deserve a chance to live their own lives and not be under someone's thumb. That's also why we didn't tell you kids everything when you're growing up. You deserve a chance to make your own choices and do your own thing. So, keep the data secret. Keep it safe. Sorry, I can't. I tried, and I was like, oh no, here comes the wall. You have some resources to help you do that now. So, if you find out who was willing to force these people into the open, I hope you'll take an appropriate action.
Message loud and clear.
It's fucking Rise. I'm 90. I would put actual money on that, but that's not what I'm gonna.
I'm putting actual money that we just got, a hit assigned to us. But,
Absolutely.
yeah. I say, well, thank you. Thank you for everything. And I give her a big hug.
Mm-hmm. She hugs, and she's just has this very, like, athletic frame that you're like, who is this person? Like,
she always felt frail before,
Yeah,
and now she
yeah.
doesn't feel so frail.
Yeah, she's like straight backed, tight hug. Like what? But yeah, she
Trick.
yeah. So
She went from Grandpa Joe to Terry Crews.
yes. So, any other conversational bits? This is out of character. Just checking. to
When
see,
we get back at the elevator, they might have a talk, but
Okay,
otherwise.
so we'll wait till we get there. Anything else before we go?
Max is going to keep his mouth shut.
Yep.
What are you doing, man?
Oh, as you turn away to leave, what is Abuelita's actual name?
We never gave her one.
Okay, well, the watchmaker.
The watchmaker.
It says,
Yeah.
Mr. Ego,
Yes.
by chance, are there any nice seats available for tomorrow's performance?
Of course there are. I will have my people get in touch with your people.
Please don't do that.
Okay. How would you...
Would
How
you
do we...
send them via my granddaughter, please?
Absolutely, I will. How many seats are you needing?
Just 4.
Just 4. Absolutely not a problem. And I said he's like, fuck. You'll make it happen. It's going to be great.
That is so thoughtful. Thank you.
Anything I can do to be of help.
You should always have some seats just waiting, just in case.
Oh, I think he does. There's just not necessarily... There's going to be some seat shuffling.
Or he might have to purchase seats.
For his own show.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen.
Because your comps are like not the like center left, the like center left row 5, that like perfect.
I have one good comp, and it's waiting for Guffman. So
Yeah.
So on the way down in the elevator,
Mm-hmm.
I signed the contract for for getting my money,
Your inheritance.
my
Yeah.
inheritance, and then I space Venmo Max the money for the tickets.
Love it.
I love
Love it. Yeah. And they're not even like at that scale. They're not expensive.
No.
It's just she doesn't want to like have to call or buy them. It's
Yeah.
it's more like she's testing you.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
And I wouldn't
okay.
want to upset someone who clearly, has that kind of power.
Okay. So in the elevator, Yrsa, you wanted to. We have a long ride down.
Yeah,
So.
I think during the conversation, Yrsa, like, this is not her business, so she hasn't brought anything up. But in the elevator, after, like, a couple floors, so they're conceivably farther away, she does bring up, like, she does look bothered. And that, sort of a, like, do you know what you agreed to just now?
Yes.
What, to be rich?
To work for your family.
Did you read?
I nod because I know. I mean, I'd have to be an idiot not to know.
But did you read the contract that she had you sign to get the money? Make sure there wasn't any kind of weird clauses?
I just kind of look around like,
Contract, please!
I show you.
I don't know if I'm going to roll.
Yeah, let's roll social plus research.
Okay.
Because contract negotiation, you have failed at recently, but are familiar with.
Right. I know how I screwed up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 9, and plus 1 for research is a 10.
Okay. So this is pretty boilerplate language. In fact, you recognize some of the phrases from Zip 2 contract.
Sure.
And actually, on that point, it kind of seems like if this rich great uncle had all this money, he probably would have had lawyers to draw up like custom language. So there's nothing in there that's like tricksy, you know, like, oh, so you're a hired killer now. But it's a little weird that like it's this sort of boilerplate constructed document.
Okay.
But that's the main thing to notice about it.
I was
Is it-
basically just making sure there wasn't anything in there saying, like, now that you're part of the family and the part of the family business, anything you own is now under the family business,
No.
i.e. the information
Yeah.
that we're trying to not get out.
No, it's purely like release of funds. You know, like I accept the last will and testament and blah 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 blah.
This is
And
all yours now.
yep, that is purely the like. Yes, I agree to receive these funds, and
You didn't have to spend the night in a haunted spaceship.
yeah.
Hey.
We
Did
already
that
did
for
that.
fun.
Exactly.
But
I'll hand back the thing. It looks pretty standard. I'd get new lawyers. They obviously aren't worth the amount of money they were paid. This is basically just copy and pasted from half of a dozen contracts. So, get someone more creative.
Good to know. Good to know.
and you trust your grandmother, obviously.
I don't know if I have a choice.
Just, well, yeah, I guess you don't.
She will kill you with grapefruit spoon.
I saw that one. It's like Yrsa is actually like does not know how to convey what she wants to say beyond like, please be careful with that, because people will ask you a lot when they can say your family first.
And I say, I know, I'm scared, I'm terrified, but
She killed 3 assassins with letter opener. She said, I do not
That-
want to talk about it,
that
but
was
that
a
means yes.
movie,
That means
Sach.
yes, but that means yes. If she did not, she would have said no.
Sach, I hate to break it to you, but I know the person who ghost wrote the book the movie is based on, and that part of the story didn't actually happen.
They have killed people with a letter opener.
I assume in these movies it was a guy too who was like the watchmaker.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
yeah. And I mean, I just say, I don't have much of a choice. Well, am I going to say no?
No, I understand. Just be aware.
I will.
Also, you have a data crystal with you.
Yeah. We can't look at that now, can we?
No. I
Sure.
Didn't think so.
Can we?
Can
Well, yeah. I mean, with a you just touch it to a device and it'll download information.
My
It was
smartwatch.
based on true story. It said right at the beginning of the movie.
Based on a fictional true story.
No, it's
A truly written fiction story.
Yeah.
Inspired by a true
Inspired
story.
by that
Inspired
story.
by true, real
The
life
story
events.
exists.
yeah.
Therefore, it is a true story.
Somebody was stabbed by a letter opener one time. Okay, so this data kind of blooms on your console. How computery is CC? It's the electronics skill.
I have a 1 in electronics.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty good. So what you have is a raw data dump that somebody must have had access to, like the legit black site server of that nobody knows where the bounty hunter server it lives. Somebody had access to it and just data dumped all this raw data. So it's not formatted, and you're gonna have to like search to find
Right.
what you want. But like there are names and addresses and account numbers, and like you could rob 1,000 bounty clients. Like just all of their information. You could get anything you want.
Right. I'm going to be careful with that, but
Now, most of the clients have screen names, right?
Right.
And then numbered accounts that they're paying from and all that. But you have the numbered accounts and the access code to be able to transfer funds from them.
holy shit.
Because that's how you pay a bounty.
Right.
Right? The bounty board system is automated and just does it when it's like agreed and everyone signs off on it. But it's, they set it up that way so you can't refuse to pay or like screw somebody on the
Right.
deal. It's kind of like putting it in an escrow or whatever. And so it's up to date as of yesterday. So, whatever new thing, it's not like a live feed, but you just got a data dump of basically everything the bounty board has done for the last year.
Wow, this is a lot. I'm going to have to get to a computer terminal to sort through all this. But wow. And I just whoosh. And I'm looking over my shoulder. We're still in the elevator, and I'm looking over my shoulder.
Yeah, you pass down through the clear part. You like go down. You no longer have the view, and you're just in an elevator shaft. And...
You know you have our complete cooperation if needed.
Thank you. I am going to need it.
Yrsa looks at the ceiling.
I know. I'm like touching around the...
Just in case.
There's also a supplement. There is another file on the crystal.
Okay.
That is schematics for a particular anthroform drone. They're kind of like a generic, like the product sheet of a drone that Rise Corp makes. Now the pieces are from a lot of different corporations, and it's it's the Ford K car of anthroform drones.
But do I recognize the schematic as what I looked at when I looked inside the drone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is definitely one that Rise Corp sells. Whether they sold this one, whether it was secondhand, whether it was sold to the black market, souped up and resold, there's all kinds of stuff. But you at least have like that original data sheet that would only be available to high-paying clients and stuff because it is a higher-end model. It's just, lots of people have Teslas.
Right.
It's that kind of thing. Yeah, not Ford K car, but Tesla level of, real nice car. It's not Lamborghini, but it is, pretty good.
Okay.
Elevators open at the bottom. We're back in the lounge. Majordomo is waiting at the door.
The door's open and we're kind of like...
I'd be happy to show you back to your lounge, or no, your VIP room.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Thank you.
Excellent. I'm so glad. We're so glad you could join us tonight. And they lead the way back, and everything's like tidied up. Any little spills and drinks are taken away, and there's like a fresh daiquiri and a fresh whiskey neat and whatever it is you were having. There's like a fresh one that was just poured like minutes ago. Yeah.
I take the last swallow of the mule, crunch the ice, and look around for a place to put the mocktail.
right next to this new one they poured for you. Yeah.
I down the daiquiri.
Yrsa downs the whiskey, like, all right, let's
Now
go.
it's like, okay. Whoo.
So the majordomo makes sure everyone's sorted, and if there's anything new we want to order, and then they also say, and also, the singer. We need a name for the singer. Max, as a competing performer, would you like to name this singer from the Forge? Played by Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, let's go with Celeste.
Celeste. Excellent.
like
That's
that.
like a stage name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
we'll find out what she's really named.
Miss CC, Celeste was really hoping that you had a request for any songs. She really wanted to be able to do that for you.
Oh, well, thank you. Sach, what's your favorite song?
Oh no, this is for you. I was this close to Frere Jacques, but
I was thinking like around the mulberry bush,
yeah.
Bothered and bewildered from Hell Joey.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's fitting.
Yeah.
I say bewitched, bothered, and bewildered.
Very good. I'll let her know. And again, thank you. And they leave, and I think we can just fade to a night of drinking.
Yes.
and-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we need to get hammered
Yeah.
tonight.
Yep. All
We
right.
just need to get hammered.
Yep. Everyone is, has a very thorough drinking evening. Individual limos are called for each of you when you're ready to go home. So, all of that's arranged when you're ready to go. I don't know how much of that you remember,
Want to
but
introduce me to Celeste?
Oh yeah. I
Oh, yeah,
introduced,
okay.
Before
Why
we go,
not?
I introduced everybody to Celeste, but
Yeah.
especially
yeah, she comes back
Yrsa.
at the next break and comes into the room and talks with you all and just really has this like glittering presence. It's
It's definitely not because it kind of bothers Max. It's
Yeah.
nice.
It's a good thing you didn't ask Max, 'cause I had, like, what are really difficult songs?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Glitter and Be Gay from Candide,
Right.
Queen of the Night.
But also when she comes in, she does totally acknowledge
Oh,
you.
yeah,
But
you know, it's polite and it's, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, she's just excited to. Yeah, and seems like she doesn't mention that you knew each other. She doesn't bring it up. Just like she's so happy that you're there, and that you know she enjoyed the song you requested, and that was fun for her to do because she doesn't usually do that song, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But she doesn't bring it up.
I bring it up
Okay.
because, like, you know, because I'm excited to see her, you know, and I'm like, we went to school together, and she's such an amazing performer. And
Yes, it's fantastic.
I want to do one quick roll before we go. Will you do what are these skills?
He didn't touch your dice though.
He didn't.
No. Can you roll social plus streetwise for me, please?
Okay. 9.
Okay. You can see she is like kind of relieved that you recognize her. Like she wasn't sure that you would recognize her as you're like you would recognize her as Celeste, but like that you know her as your friend from school.
Yeah. Okay,
There's
well,
like
that's nice.
some kind of relief, and it seems like that's what the flavor is.
Okay. It's weird
Yeah.
that it's relief and not like, oh, that's nice, she remembered me. Yeah, but
Well, you never have someone like you recognize them and they like you don't know if it's weird to like say anything.
Yeah.
That's how I would
Yeah.
interpret that.
Yeah, like she's glad you said something.
yeah.
You know?
And I'm actually genuinely excited that, you know, I know the singer.
Yeah. And you know,
Shut up, Max.
Yeah, it's cool that you know someone famous, right? Like,
Yeah,
that's
I know.
exciting.
I've never been around a famous person like that before.
It's fine. I mean, why be a star when you can be the sun?
Oh.
However, Max, at some point, she does like levy a very specific compliment about something actually complicated that you did in a performance recently.
Okay.
In like a specific performance and a specific thing that you did hit flawlessly, that she knew and commented on, and like complimented you about.
I will return the compliment with something she has done tonight.
Oh, okay.
That's all right. Like now that we are like we're two cats have kind of figured each other out. I'm like, yeah. Okay, we're cool. I think we're all right.
Yep.
Or you know, 2 tenors in a room.
Is that allowed?
Well, there's got to be a hierarchy, and there's a moment.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, have 2 in the same room. I guess. That was worth it. If you're just listening, tune into the video at this time.
Jason chose violence.
Like
So-
always.
Anything else we should resolve before we wrap tonight?
Do I need to roll to go home with her, or you? Please don't make me roll.
Oh,
Please don't make me roll.
you wanna make a big move? Like,
Yeah, why not?
huh?
I don't have to, but I mean, Yrsa started drinking once we got out
Would
of the
you like
elevator.
Max to help you wingman?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that the only reason I'm gonna have you roll is
I haven't.
because you have expressed awkwardness around romance.
This is absolutely correct.
So it's not a
hate
question of
this.
whether you're going to go home together. Like, she's interested, right? Like
Yes.
you make a pass, and she's like, "Oh, okay, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
let's you know," because she also knows who you are. She doesn't know as much about fighting, so she's actually asking you questions and is
Yeah.
kind of interested in what you're talking about as a performer.
I'm gonna roll so poorly.
But yeah, I want you to roll social plus persuade.
Okay, that's my flat, I think.
I think so
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
And you get a +1 to it.
Oh, you have
Plus
persuade?
1 to persuade.
Excellent.
I think it comes with being from Tivoli.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 7.
Okay.
Which just
Okay.
passes. I get
Um,
barely scrapes through there.
You know, Max, I will offer you a what did you roll? A 5 and a 1?
5 and a 1.
Max, do you want to do a Starscape style
I would
help?
love to do a Starscape style help.
What's the
So,
Starscape
our
style?
friend Kimmy made this game called Starscape, and it's PBTA, but in that when you help someone, you don't roll 2 dice and add something to it. You roll 1 die and replace their lowest die. So if they rolled a 1 on one of their dice, it can't get worse.
Can't make this worse.
Right?
God.
Oh, that's some max ego help.
Uh-huh, that's a 6, bitches.
Thank you.
Noise.
That brings it to a 10 plus, and thank you, Kimmy. It's actually a fantastic system. It's in beta right now. If you can get a hold of it, highly recommend it.
Check it out. It's super fun.
I've been playing it for like 9 months or whatever. Not a big deal.
Someone's getting on the ground level.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know, we're just about over it, but
Yeah.
you know, you should check it out.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal or anything, but you know, I was like an original alpha tester. So, nobody's counting or anything. It's fine, whatever.
Okay, Max.
I'll take it. Yeah, she, is totally into you, and I think Max is there to let you know, like, yes, now follow. Yes, she is into you, like over her
there's
shoulder, like
100%.
Standing behind her going
This is too real of an experience of like when you're.
Nod.
Are we both okay? Now how do we proceed from here?
yeah,
Just go.
right.
Max
Stop
is the one who
talking.
calls the limo and is
Yeah.
like, "You go now."
Oh, your
This is
limo's
when
here.
you leave."
And Max is like, take her hand, you know?
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Water, Helen, water.
Okay. Okay. I feel guilty for having laughed at that. I don't know if it's wrong or not, but here we are.
I hope not, because it's been in my repertoire for a long
I
time.
don't know.
I'm laughing this hard because it's just it's a very true experience.
the connection sort of waffle.
Lesbian sheep syndrome is a thing, and for just pennies a day, you
You too can sponsor a lesbian's happiness. Oh
man.
gosh. Okay. Well, all right. I think we can leave it at that. If Cece's okay with that,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
because I don't want to upset Cece at all.
No. Okay. Y'all have fun.
Or I mean, I just mean ending the show
Oh.
in real life.
Well, no, it's fine.
I mean, we can keep going if you want. That's
Here
fine.
forever.
I
Oh,
would
absolutely.
rather,
Yeah.
honestly, All right. Well, folks, thank you for joining us here on the Happy Jacks Network. You can find previous episodes at happyjacks.org/thedrop or happyjacks.org/shows for anything and everything we've ever done here, including the good stuff. So, it's not just this.
Oh, the vibes. What's happening?
Actually, I forgot to check before the show. Are we back next week? Is everyone still in town? On the,
Next
what is
week
that, the
is-
10th?
Yeah.
No, the
No, the 13th.
13th is
13th.
what I
I feel like
said.
your hiatus is different than my hiatus, which is why you're questioning me.
I don't
No,
know.
I'm here.
Yeah,
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because my Sunday show is off through December,
Ah.
but that schedule was unique compared to this. So, okay, we will be back next week on Monday, December 13th for episode 10 of The Drop. And that episode goes to 10. So, because it does. It's
Right.
number 10. That's
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
So
And,
look forward to the episode after that, though.
In
starts at
lieu
1 again.
of being able to have a Hot Springs episode, I am anticipating that to be our VR fantasy episode.
Oh, hell yeah. Attack on Dragon Keep? Is that what the one Tiny Tina episode game is?
Assault on Dragon Keep,
Yeah.
something like that.
The Assault on Dragon Keep episode.
Yeah, the FPS MMORPG. You know what's great is for years I have contended that the Bunkers and Badasses DLC of Borderlands 2 by itself is one of the greatest video games of all time. And now it's been released on its own as a standalone, confirming my right opinion and in advance of a sequel to the DLC coming out another standalone game on its own. So I'm
Wait, what do you mean video game?
yeah.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
So the what, Claire? What are you doing?
I've been playing with one of these all night, and I apologize for that if you catch it on the sound, because I fidget.
I didn't really hear it until just now.
Yeah.
So.
Hi, I'm Clara. I am all over the internet. It's clearly _golden. I have made this a habit now. It's really, really nice to be able to do this. On Mondays, I am here with these people doing this thing. On Sundays, I'm over on It's Probably Okay playing Demigods, where I play the exact opposite of this character. Stella Hart, Party Oracle, and just a disaster in the best way. What else do I do? I don't know. Sometimes I'm...
What if we like mermaids?
Oh, God, yeah, that thing. Sometimes I'm a mermaid.
Like, honestly, if somebody doesn't like mermaids, I don't know that I want to hear from them. Like, what do we have to talk about?
What do you got against mermaids, man?
Yeah, you can find me...
Feeding.
No, I know, but it just reminded me, like, I've been meaning to say that. I'm like, who's not into mermaids? Like,
It turns out I get some really funny hate messages on my mermaid account, which is on my Instagram, mermaid_clarity. Oh, because I'm promoting unhealthy lifestyles.
people are dumb.
Oh yeah, they are. It's really fun though.
Well, okay,
It's been-
good.
yeah.
I mean, if you are fed by that, then that's good. But like,
Yes, you have to understand, trolls, if you want to troll someone, do not comment on their shit. It just creates engagement.
oh yeah,
It's
Yep.
good for us. Don't troll us. But like seriously, like every time I'm like, thanks for the engagement, friend.
yeah,
Here's some articles on why what you said is wrong.
got them.
Got him. I don't know.
All right.
I'm a sad person. You follow me all over over on Twitter, and that'll be where you find out where I do things. Because sometimes I show up on other people's shows.
Cool,
They just leave the back door open.
Joey.
You know what you did.
So you're
And
gonna
you
say
know
my
what
name
you're
like that
looking
after it says leave the back door open?
Yep.
Okay. Hi, I'm Joey. You can find me on all the socials at Feywild85, FEYWILDE85. You can catch me on this guy's channel every Sunday, except for the month of December, because we're on hiatus.
Joey pointed at me.
Oh, yeah, Jason. I forget. Sorry, podcasters. And I'm one among you, so I should know better. Anyway, on that, Media Storm, super fun. I play an insufferable know-it-all who can actually talk English sometimes. Whoever cannot. But yeah, that's all I have going on because caroling has consumed my life. And
Oh, it's that time of year
oh
already.
yeah, we're getting
Yep.
my first gig for the season.
Woo.
Woo!
Okay.
Someone else talk now.
Hey,
Nick.
hey everyone, I am Nick. You can find me on Twitter at Sungrowler. You can also find me there on Instagram, but it would be a dumb thing to do because I don't post there. But this is the only game I'm in currently, so if you enjoy my sense of humor, then come on back on Mondays. We'd love to see you. Oh, and I just wanted to thank Bill Roper at Bill Roper on Twitter for making our intro video, which I'll
so
also
good.
play at the very end, just in case you missed it at the beginning.
Yep. Stay for the end of that. And podcast listeners, if you've just been podcast, I think you can find the video by itself on Bill's channel, or you could just like watch the first 4 minutes of one of our videos. It's very, very cool. I hope you'll take a second to check it out.
All right, I'm Michelle. I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. That was the worst impression ever.
I'm
But
happy
anyway.
with it.
You can find me on Twitter at Michulu. That's MICHULHU. You can also listen to me on a podcast called 12-Sided Stories, where we play lots of different systems, talk all sorts of stuff, and like tell some great stories and have fun on any podcast platform that you use. We're everywhere. You can also find my music through Plate Mail Games on DriveThruRPG, or subscribe to the whole catalog through BattleBards.
Yeah. There's tons of good like sound effects and background music and stuff, like all the kind of stuff you can add to your game. It's actually really cool. If it didn't sound so weird like coming through microphones, I would bring some of it here, but it's like it's hard to feed it into the stream. But anyway, you should definitely check it out for your home games because it's super, super cool stuff. And it even has like Michelle does like a little bit of music stuff, like
Something like
sometimes,
that, you
like
know.
it's not a big deal, whatever.
Oh, are you tenor?
10 or 12 miles away.
Got him.
There can be only one.
Love it. I love it. All right, folks. So thank you again for joining us. For my part, you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at It's Probably Okay for that Sunday show that was mentioned earlier. Also on Fridays, I stream with my friend Sam Delev, where we do just kind of a casual, not novelty hour. What's the word? Variety hour.
I wanted to see Novelty Hour now.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. We're novelty streamers. Actually, that does sound right, too. But yeah, we put a couple hours in on Fridays, usually playing whatever game strikes our collective fancy. So hopefully you can check that out. And yeah, so great. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.